had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10, 10, 10.
Kick it and go, kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zones, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zones, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go.
Running it back, never a cap, out of the drought, watching me bow. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them out, breaking them out, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them.
With a stiff arm, spin move, in zones, go.
Today, it's the National Football League. It's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Set to kick off.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And incomplete to open things up. He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate, and now it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Pass incomplete. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That sack by Khalil Mack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt.
The Bears take over.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
Allow me a second here to gush, because in his college career, the only player in NCAA history to rush for over 1,500 yards and pass for over 3,500 yards in a season, and he did it twice.
That's pretty good.
That's really good. Yet he only won the Heisman Trophy once. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
38-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Mostert. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown Bears. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by Hollister. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now this one complete on the slant route. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. On play action, they'll throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They run. It's Johnson. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. Johnson kept out of the end zone on 4th down, and the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert, and they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're a ball.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Jackson on 1st down, rolling to his right. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage. They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Bring it up, bring it up. That's the end of the first quarter.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brought down at the 20.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Running the counter with Mostert.
Give me some.
And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Now Jackson on second down. That's caught by Waller out left side.
Jackson.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 16-yard touchdown as the Bears push further out in front.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker. Sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
Saints, nothing. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bears take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll roll him out right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now Mostert. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 22, Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Touchdown.
Darren Waller, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears will add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
First.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
33, carry on.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
He's across midfield.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. J.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And what can they do to better account for him? Because they haven't accounted for him. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked it.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 53 yards.
First down, Bears.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Play action. It's Jackson. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
To Raheem Mostert.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, Jackson. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Touchdown.
Will Fuller there to make the grab. And the Bears will extend their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Let's look to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
You say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts. One of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And Tate's got it. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Short pass to the tight end, Hollister. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Short pass to the tight end, Hollister. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. The last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Malik Harrison on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Mike's 50. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check to the hook.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, Charles, the good news, they got the stop defensively. The bad news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig out of it?
That's a great question because
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Bloods to try to add the PAT. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Intercepted.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner. than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here's Mostert. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Raheem Mostert, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
The kick is good.
Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Saints nothing. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Fuller with a catch. 25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Bears first down.
To throw is Jackson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
To number 30.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Here's Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Raheem Mostert with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bears add on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. 25 out onto the field comes New Orleans. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On second down, Johnson. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 36.
Intercepted by the Bears. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's letting it. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Lutz good on the extra point, and a lead will swell by 1 more.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but it'll be second down.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Hey, watch the lane.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Pick me up. Here we go. 58, boys. 58. 58. Mike. Ready. Go. Screen. Watch the screen.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for CeeDee Lamb. Incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Onto the field now come the Bears. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. The Bears in good field position to start out first and 10 at their own 44. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the third time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Mostert. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
I don't know what the heck he was doing.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action with Jackson. He'll find Metcalf. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
A 10-yard pickup brings up second down at the 37-yard line.
Here's second and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
This is Mostert. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason.
Still second down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I know he ain't got it. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Jackson will throw again. And Cooks has it over the middle. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16-yard line.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Check Mike, check Mike.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week. Try to get some momentum going.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
This one caught by Ridley. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28. Really nice pickup. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line.
Down and sacked.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Hollister. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Chicago, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.